Hey, Duke, sorry for the delay. I've got a bunch of nervous investors who want reassurances. Have you checked the share price?
I've just been looking at them, unfortunately.
Pretty bleak. Share prices haven't rebounded since we got everyone sick on the chew with our relish.
Yes, even with the announcement that Pickle Lila and Pickle Eddie were both tampered with, it hasn't stopped the downward trend.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid we might not be able to turn this around if we can't figure out who's behind the sabotage. You know, I was convinced that Tracy poisoned our relish, but then the results came back from the lab indicating that both had been tainted.
Which exonerates Tracy, because why would she poison her own product, after all?
And I'd like to know who did it, because it's been more than a month and we haven't heard anything.
Well, Gordon Elliott and the NYPD are both conducting an investigation. They'll come up with no leads.
It doesn't make any sense at all. None of our chief rivals are even in the condiment business. I mean, who would want to tank our company like this?
Well, have you considered Eva Jerome?
You know Eva Jerome?
Well, she was here earlier looking for you. Do you mind if I ask you, how do you know Miss Jerome?
She's Kiki's mother.
Who's Kiki?
Franco's daughter. You see, calling her Lauren was just wishful thinking. Her real name is Lauren Catherine Jerome. Kiki for short.
That's why I've had such a hard time locating her.
Tell me more about your meeting with Eva. Why are you convinced that she wants to go after ELQ?
It's not so much what she said. It's more about who she is.
You were very open about your criminal past when you came here. I just wasn't aware that the family you were involved with was named Jerome.
I had every reason to believe that the Jeromes were no more.
Let me ask you something. During your time with them, do you remember ever meeting a family member named Eva?
Oh, I only knew Victor's two children, Olivia and Julian. But there's no reason why Eva could not be related.
Just as likely they're not related, though. I mean, Jerome is a fairly common last name.
That's funny. That's exactly what she said when I brought it up. But I did get this very odd feeling from her.
What kind of feeling?
It was just something about her demeanor. It was like as if she was hiding something. She was playing cat and mouse with me. And I got the feeling she was enjoying every minute of the chase.
I had Eva checked out when she first came to the house to see Tracy. Nothing jumped out as a red flag. Now, I can speak with the investigators, have them vet her further if you think that she's that suspicious.
No, I'm sure it's nothing. I mean, you know what it's like when you first meet somebody and you form an instant first impression.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions can turn out to be a little trouble.
Are you thinking of something in particular?
Total coincidence. Michael's brother Morgan was already dating Kiki. The two of them have been staying with Michael ever since they hit town.
So Michael was sharing a flat with this girl, and he didn't realize it was his cousin?
Well, I definitely don't think that if Michael knew that his cousin was Kiki Jerome, he would have kissed her.
So Michael kissed his brother's girlfriend, who then turned out to be his cousin?
Yeah. Talk about an unexpected complication. I told Michael to stay away from Kiki.
That's probably a good course of action.
Except it throws a monkey wrench in our plans with ELQ.
How so?
She and Michael are about the same age. I was hoping that he could persuade her to vote with me and, in turn, persuade Franco.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure we'll come up with a better course of action.
I sure hope so. Because as much as it would work for me to have Michael get close to this girl, I think it could be a recipe for disaster.
Forget it.
You know what? We're gonna have to finish strategizing about Kiki and Franco later because I have dinner with Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. How are things progressing on that front?
You know, it's actually the only area of my life that isn't a mess. I'll be honest with you, Duke, there was a little hiccup that threatened to ruin everything, but I've worked that out. Now, nothing can stand in the way of our happiness.
I gotta get